Ooh, sun's in my eye. Hey, Facebook. Sun's in my eye a little bit. Let me try to find some shade. Usually I like to do this in my office, but I am about to go take a trip with the old lady to Miami for some business. So I just wanted to stop by really quick before I left and talk to you about something really important, about something that we all do, maybe not as entrepreneurs, maybe just as human beings. We jump to conclusions. And again, if I don't see you, I'm not dissing you or I'm not dismissing you. It's sometimes Facebook, I can't see it. And of course I do these daily motivations of 365 days. Sorry, I had a brain fart. 365 days of consistency. And regardless of what you're doing, you can still be consistent. You can always be consistent. And I want to talk to you about jumping into conclusions. I had a friend today that hit me up, and it's so crazy because if you saw her and you saw her post and you see her out, you think she's so happy and positive and things are going well, but we don't ever really know what's happening into people's lives. Many people are going through things where on the surface everything looks great, everything looks positive, everything looks prosperous, but in reality they could be crushing inside. And it reminds me of a guy I saw the other day. He wrote a post and he saw these pictures with all these celebrities and all these people that he known, and you would think, oh man, this guy's big time, he must be happy, he must be so thrilled to be who he is. And then he talked about how much drugs he was using and that he contemplated suicide. But on the surface, you're like, what? That doesn't make sense. You look like you're happy. You look like you're in a good relationship. Everything looks positive. But underneath, that's where we have to go a little bit deeper with people. It's underneath. Many people are struggling. Many people are hurting. And lots of times people will act out on you because they're hurting themselves. Especially, I had somebody that once ghosted me. We were supposed to do some business. We were supposed to do something together. And then when it got close, I messaged them and there was no response. And I'm like, what happened? And at first I jumped to conclusions. I thought, oh man, this person's unprofessional. This person doesn't really want it. This person doesn't know how to grind. And I had all these thoughts that gathered in my mind, but in reality weren't true. And come to find out, when months later they talked to me, they said, man, listen, my best friend died and I just wasn't in the mood to talk to anybody, Rich. And I'm like, wow. And I felt like the a-hole. I felt like the dumb guy, because I'm sitting here looking and throwing venom and having these negative thoughts for this person when they're struggling and they're hurting themselves and they're hurting inside. But just like you and me, sometimes we don't know how to say it, or we don't want to say it, and we're just trying to hide from it. And so we put on a good smile and a good face, but really we're hurting inside. So I wanted to do a quick message to say, don't jump to conclusions. Figure out what the person's going through. And even if you don't know what's happening and you see them ghost, just say, hey, you know what? Maybe they're going through something. I'll just leave them alone for a while. Don't take it personally. Because many times we do, when a sale doesn't go through, a business deal doesn't go through, we have all these ideas of what's really happening. But in reality, we have no idea what another person is going through. And then, you know what they say about assuming. You make yourself look like an ass. What's the first three letters of assuming, right? Is we can't assume. We have to know. And if the person's not talking to us, the person doesn't respond, or the person is being weird, or the person lashed out on us, let's take a step back and say, hey, maybe they're not a bad person. Maybe they're just going through some stuff. And let's be sensitive to that. Because I feel like there's many people in the world that are going through many different things that if we could be sensitive to, we don't lose that deal. There's no reason to burn bridges because one person didn't respond to you. There's no reason to burn bridges because one person didn't sign the deal. There's no reason to burn bridges just because the person didn't react the way you thought they were going to react. Let's go deeper and think maybe, just maybe, that person is going through more than we can ever imagine. And let's share love and say, hey, instead of assuming that they're bad, let's share our hearts to them and say, you know what? I hope they're doing good. Again, I hope this message served you well. I'm about to head out of here. About to take a nice little weekend trip, but I still do my daily motivations. Why? Because I'm consistent. Consistency. Ladies and gentlemen, again, this is Rich Fontaine. You could agree with me or not agree with me, but either way, I feel in my heart of heart that this was a successful conversation. And please, if this touched you and you can relate, please like, please comment, please share. I send these videos out because I know I need it as much as we all do. And so when I share it because I know I need to hear it as much as I share it. Love is love. I appreciate all of you. Namaste. Oh, quick shout out to Derek. Thanks for watching. Pedro, thanks for watching. Sue, thanks for watching. Easy E, thanks for watching. And of course, Jazz, thanks for watching. And anyone else that watches later or before, I love all you. I appreciate it. Namaste.